Good evening, everyone. It is the eve before the storm. We have a lot of rain coming up in our forecast. You can really see most of it just north of the Central Texas region. We're talking Dallas-Fort Worth right now, already starting to see an increase in thunderstorm activity. This is due to a cold front. And yes, we're seeing a cold front stretching all the way from Lubbock, Texas through Dallas-Fort Worth, extending all the way out toward the Louisiana border. And on top of it, we have a low pressure system. It's sitting just north of San Angelo and just to the east of Midland. That's all going to begin moving into the Central Texas region overnight tonight. That's going to increase lots of moisture, but it's also going to give us some cooler temperatures. Although, lots of moisture is good considering we could use as much rain as we can get. Unfortunately, it is certainly possible we can see a lot more in terms of flooding risks as we go throughout the next couple of days. So let's break it down for you. Hour by hour radar starting out by around midnight. So just a few hours from now, we start to see a little bit more of that moisture kind of moving in toward Comanche and Hamilton, also starting to move into Mejia and Fairfield. Definitely heavy rain and some localized thunderstorms. We're talking lightning, thunder, heavy winds, and possibly even some small hail on top of it. As we start off your morning, as you're starting to head to school, you definitely want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. This is when we see the big front itself starting to move through. That's what we're going to see. Lots of heavy rain, lots of very gusty winds. That's going to push through, and it's going to stick around the Central Texas region all the way past your lunch hour. So again, give yourself extra time. Roads are going to be slick, and there's certainly going to be a number of people taking it slow, so just be sure to give them some space. Then by the evening, most of it goes away other than the clouds. So we're just left with a little bit of that cloud cover. Then going into Tuesday morning, well, we start to see a couple more showers left over, but really those are just going to be showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, nothing as extreme as what we're expecting for tomorrow. And how extreme are we looking? Well, the models have updated. They're not showing the 5 inches like they were yesterday. I assume that wasn't going to be the case, but we're still looking about 2 inches in Waco and Temple and about 3 inches in Mejia as well as Corsicana, and even as little as just an inch over in Comanche and Lampasas. But as we head into tonight, well, expect those scattered storms to be moving in a little bit earlier, probably even before the day is done. 76 degrees with 70% chance of those storms coming through. Throughout the day tomorrow, I have 90% chance. That means wherever you are in the viewing area, you are going to get rain at some point during the day. But then it starts to calm down going into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and much of next week. But at least we're back with those cooler temperatures. I'm talking upper 80s and lower 90s. Stay tuned. Sports is next.